our tagline is providing financial solutions that set you free. Free to actually focus on building your business, not just trying to keep up with it. I personally know what it's like to juggle every part of running a business, answering emails, making sales, handling operations, and trying to keep the finances straight. But the truth is, most small business owners don't feel confident in running the financial side of their business. And that's where Freedom Line comes in, to help bring clarity and peace of mind to small business owners so they can focus on what they do best. And that mission started with my own journey. Before I launched my firm, I spent many years pouring my time, energy, and expertise into someone else's business, helping build their legacy while putting mine on the back burner. Eventually, I realized it was time to bet on myself once again, to take everything I had learned, all the experience I had gained, and start building something that reflected my values, my vision, and my purpose. Now, I not only get to build my own legacy, I get to help other business owners build theirs too. And speaking of legacy, this is a perfect time to share a little bit about my family. Here are a few pics of us on our family vacations. One of our favorite ways to spend time together and make memories. That's my younger brother Ryan there in the bottom, my beautiful mom, Miss Lorraine, and my gorgeous daughter, Tiffany. Tiffany is 16 years old and is a rising junior at Lake Ridge High School and here in Mansfield, and she wants to pursue a career in medicine. She wants to be a doctor. And that picture there in the middle, that is Tiffany's first cruise to the Bahamas. We got a chance to swim with the dolphins, and so we have an inside joke that her first kiss wasn't with a boy, but with the dolphins. Okay, why I do what I do. 3 reasons: freedom, legacy, and opportunities. What matters most to me is having freedom over my time so I can build a life that fits my family, our love for travel, and the way I want to live. But it's also about legacy. I want to be an example for my daughter to show her that she can dream big, take action, and create her own opportunities and path to success. Sorry. Okay, why I love what I do. These are the reasons why I love what I do. And the biggest reward for me is when a client tells me they finally feel at peace about their business finances. That's when I know I've made a real difference. That's the magic for me. Okay, my personal journey to freedom. It began almost a half a century ago. I hate to say that. In 1976, I was born and raised in California, grew up in the vibrant city of Los Angeles. That picture there is me at 6 months old. Fast forward to 1997, when I first began preparing taxes in college. I participated in the IRS VITA program, which was the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance program. It was a program that provides volunteer-based tax services to underserved populations. That's where I first got hands-on experience with tax prep, and it was the first time I felt the joy of truly helping someone breathe easier by solving their tax problems. In 1999, I graduated from Cal State Long Beach with my degree in business, and I started my career in accounting that same year. And for 6 years, I built a foundation in corporate America, holding several leadership roles in accounting until I decided to venture out on my own. In 2005, I launched my own auto transport company, and we held major accounts with companies like BNSF Railway and major BMW and Mercedes dealerships throughout the country, and we transported dealer trades and lease returns primarily between California and Texas. Did that for about almost under 5 years until the Great Recession hit. And many of you guys know that was pretty hard on everyone, and so we didn't have enough working capital to sustain that downturn, and I basically lost everything, and I had to file for bankruptcy. Unfortunately, I was 7 months pregnant with my daughter when that happened, so it was pretty devastating. And so for the 2 years after that, I stayed home with my daughter and spent the remaining years rebuilding until about 10 years ago, I decided to move here to Mansfield. I still say that was the best decision ever, because ever since that time, I've been thriving here in Texas. And so I didn't have the luxury, when I moved here, I didn't have the luxury of, building a business and starting slow and attending BNI meetings. I had to get back to work. I had to go and, pay the bills. And so for 7 years, I worked as a financial controller, but I also kind of had a side hustle, growing and servicing my bookkeeping and tax clients. But again, I was building someone else's legacy. And so in 2022, I bet on myself again, and I officially founded Freedom Line Accounting and Tax, and I was able to turn my passion for helping others into a career focused on financial freedom. And so as you can see, my journey didn't happen overnight. It's taken years of learning, taking risks, and stepping out on faith, even in moments when I had no idea how things would turn out. I've had highs, lows, success, and failure. And it's that real life experience that allows me to genuinely relate to the business owners I support. I have been in their shoes. I've felt the pressure, the doubt, the nonstop hustle, and I've also seen what's possible on the other side. That's why I'm so passionate about what I do. I'm on the path to freedom myself, and I'm committed to helping other business owners walk theirs too. Okay, so now let's talk about what it's like to work with Freedom Line. When someone decides to work with Freedom Line, their journey starts right on our website, freedomlinetax.com. All it takes is clicking the book free consultation link to get started, and from there, we guide them every step of the way. Our client engagement process is smooth, straightforward, and focused on real results. We listen first, diagnose second, and prescribe last. So each client gets exactly what they need, not a one-size-fits-all cookie-cutter package. It starts with step one, a complimentary consultation. From there, we move into a deep dive paid diagnostic. Then we deliver a pricing proposal and action plan. And then the final step is onboarding, where we make the transition easy and supportive so clients feel guided, informed, and set up for success from day one. We take real problems and turn them into practical solutions. And so what problems do we solve? If you have messy or outdated books, we clean and organize your books so you can trust your numbers. If you are stressed out about taxes and miss deadlines, we handle tax filings and tax planning to keep you compliant and save you money. If you have no clear path for growing your business, we give you the financial insights to make smart, confident business decisions. Or if you're getting hit with large, unpredictable bills, our monthly packages spread costs evenly and keep things level. And so in short, we help clean things up, get you on track, and keep you moving forward with clarity and confidence. All right, before we wrap up, let's go over who we actually help. Our ideal client is a growth-minded, service-based business owner who values a relationship, not just a transaction. So when you're listening for referrals, listen for things like, I'm behind on my books, I don't know what I owe in taxes, I only talk to my accountant at tax time, and another good one is, I want someone who actually understands my business. And so that was our ideal referral. Lastly, let's talk about who isn't a good fit. Inventory-based businesses are not a match. Startups with no consistent revenue are not quite ready for us. And if someone's primarily a W-2 earner with a simple tax situation, they can probably just use TurboTax. So if you hear things like, I need help keeping track of my inventory and cost of goods, I just need help with my taxes, I'll do my own bookkeeping, I only get a W-2, I don't have a business or any rentals, and the last one, I want the cheapest option possible, they're likely not a good fit. And so as I wrap up, I just want to thank you for allowing me to share a piece of my journey and what Freedom Line stands for, helping business owners feel empowered, supported, and free to build the life and business they envision. That's my mission, that's my passion, and that's why I do what I do. Freedom Line Accounting and Tax, providing financial solutions that set you free.
We have time for a couple of questions. If anybody has any questions. Any questions?
Going once, going twice?
So, specifically with regards to the new tax legislation that has with the bill, what have you seen? Just let me rephrase. One of the things that caught my eye was being able to focus on, and where does lose my face is eluding me, but the idea of kind of building up any strategic patterns and practices for a business, and hopefully you can remember what the phrase is. But what you've seen with regards to businesses maximizing those types of tax deductions and really taking advantage of it, because there's a lot of things that people have not been doing, and the word's going to come as soon as you sit down.
As far as like new legislation, what's available now?
Yeah.
I'd say, so there are a lot of things that are coming back. So like, for example, one of the biggest things is the R&D credit is
Yes,
back.
research and development, thank you. I was bothered.
Okay, research and development credit is back, and so that's going to allow you to expense 100% of your R&D in the first year. So that's a major one.
In the first year, just starting your business?
In the first year that you expense, like when you incur the expense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what are some examples of R&D? I don't really understand.
Research and development. So those usually are going to be like, software, like looking into improving your systems and your processes. Yeah.
But it's not you spending money on it, you developing it yourself, right? Like, getting a third-party software, you're developing your own software.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. The cost that you incur to do the research and development to improve your processes, improve your systems, things like that.
Is that going to be this year, or will it be for the 2025 tax?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been doing that.
So yeah, and it's effective January 1st.
Oh, wow.
It's retro.
It's
What's
retro,
the
exactly.
amount?
Oh, and it's retro. Yeah, thank you for saying that. And so you can also go back to 2024 for the expenses that you paid for research and development.
What's the cap? Do they have?
There's no cap.
Okay.
Another one is bonus depreciation. That came back 100%. Can't think of anything else. Yeah.
Can you also talk about QBI? Because there's people that aren't aware of it, and for a lot of us in this space, it's just free money.
Qualified business income deduction, that is a deduction that you get, like basically you get to deduct 20% of your qualified business income. There's a calculation that's involved in that. I mean, we can definitely talk about that offline, but yeah. But your business has to be structured properly, so I'll say that. You have to be paying yourself a reasonable compensation as an S Corp owner. So for more information, I'm going to say there is a 60-second quick self-check for you as a business owner. You can check off all those items. If you have anything unchecked, then it's possibly a good time for you to request a diagnostic.